Some of the passengers on this boat headed out of Empire had never met until this day. They now share a deep spiritual connection.
Hey, you got a good breeze today.
A 20-minute trip brings them to their destination.
This is Lemon Tree Mound, is what we call it.
Rosina Philippe is part of a Native American tribe that has lived in what is now Plaquemines Parish for centuries. The Atakaba Ishak Shawasha lived off the land.
There were lemon trees to be found here growing. We didn't plant them, but we found them growing here. Our people would fish, in the bay. They would come here and collect lemons and, use them as a refreshing drink.
How the trees got here is a mystery.
I think maybe a storm might have uprooted trees and they found perches here and grew. Or some people speculate maybe seeds by birds or whatever, so we don't know.
Members of the tribe were mound builders. This island, now broken in pieces, once would have towered over the surrounding landscape.
When the river was flooded, the people sought sanctuary, on the mounds.
What did this place mean to your people?
Well, it represents a place of longevity.
In these modern times, a marker that their ancestors were in this place.
These mounds, have been a part of our landscape for so many centuries, and that they were still here with us.
Generations ago, European settlers took control of the land. But like much of South Louisiana, the real estate around the Lemon Tree Mound mostly disappeared as man levied the river and altered the landscape.
Our tribe has lost so much land, and we're losing it just about every day.
A few years ago, the Coalition to Restore Coastal Louisiana began working with the tribe to protect the shoreline here using recycled oyster shells. That led to a search for whoever held legal title to the land and a surprising discovery.
They had discovered that St. Paul's actually owned some property out here, which was news to us. Our records had been lost during Katrina.
Turns out a parishioner had willed the Lemon Tree Mound to St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Lakeview in the 1980s. The former rector set out on a mission to learn the history of the land. And recently, the church gave it back to the tribe.
We at the Episcopal Church have strong commitments these days to restorative justice and to creation care. Maybe it's been a while in coming, but better late than never.
This is a win, I think, for everybody. I think the church is happy about it. Obviously, the tribe is happy about it, and it is doing the right thing.
What does it mean to get it back?
Woo!
Philippe says she knows her ancestors are rejoicing.
Even some of our sister tribes, I got emails from different people saying, doing that, hey, in the email, spelling it out, knowing that they're rejoicing and dancing with us.
We went along on that boat ride with tribal members and a couple of St. Paul's parish leaders, including Miriam Swift.
Well, it feels like a very small thing. I'm glad it feels significant to you because it feels like the very least we could do.
Swift says the church never hesitated once it knew the story of the land.
We're filled with gratitude, first of all, and we're rejoicing to be connected to the land, to be tied into the land, and to have the land returned to the tribe. It's a rematriation. So connecting the tribe back to Mother Earth is more significant, in that respect. They may think it's a little thing, but to us, it's one of the best things that the church, could ever have done. We're rejoicing. We're so very, very happy.
We're so happy to do it.
It's a very big thing.
There's no longer any evidence of lemon trees here. They're long gone. There are the skeletal remains of a few oak trees. But to the people, this place is sacred.
We never put the lemon trees here, but we felt it was a gift to the people from the Creator.
That there is a spiritual aspect to this makes it all the more special.
Which accelerated our process because we obviously saw the import of giving this back to them as soon as possible.
Awesome.
That row of oysters CRCL installed is now a living reef, drawing sea life. Young oysters have attached to the shells.
This is an oyster that's alive because you can tell because it's fully sealed.
They're all over here. These, I'm pretty sure, these are the ones that we planted.
Rosina Philippe says the tribe will pass on this act of generosity to future generations in the tribe's oral history.
We have documentation of it also. So, this, you're not part of us, part of our history.
It's amazing.
The island survived when so much of the wetlands around it eroded or sank below the surface of the bay because of the height of the mound. Eventually, tribal members know it too will lose its fight with the sea. But the shoreline protection from the oyster reef may extend its life, and the story of the lemon tree mound,
Always giving a benefit.
will live on.
Once the bay overtakes this land and it succumbs to, to the waters, the reef will serve as a marker of where this place stood.